Sometimes we just sit there and reminisce, putting everything in replay. Think about if there's anything we could have done different. But in hindsight, it's all retrospective. Circumstances change, life flashes, random tears, they burn like acid. My past is one not to imagine, but we grow by leaps and bounds. Travel my mind for some decent sounds. Remember sleepless nights hearing beasts that growl, fighting demons. How can I be a golden child when everybody I love wanted to hold me down? Except a few, here's a few dollars to hold you down. Until the time changes, I'll be making bold statements, over the top like skyscrapers. I thank the Lord for this awakening. Bless my eyes to see the ages when they caving in. There's a smile on your face, I see the hate within. Smite the unjust before they bum rush. We leave the scene untouched, this ain't dumb luck. You take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. That's a lot better than taking a dirt nap. Life's a marathon, I'm on my first last kid, but I'm still blessed, they never can curse that. We on uncharted land, out our habitat, but we swing these verses like a battle axe. Truth hurts, let it burn like some candle wax. I pray my words reach everywhere we scattered at. Retrospect, a survey or review of a past course of events or period of time. A full retrospect of the battle as I sit and reminisce over you, my God. Today, tomorrow, infinity and beyond that. He's beyond that. They know we taking over from the camps to the dolo soldiers. Doing the work with a chip on my shoulder. I don't know who to trust, so I ain't talking much. Many friends fade away like sawdust, and I ain't letting niggas in like Starbucks. Too much drama like days of our lives. And yeah, shorty fine, but at best she a concubine. I'm just on the grind, watching from the sideline. All I need in this life is the most high. All these divorces, bad choices, I wasn't perfect. Tell me, was it worth it? We don't see eye to eye, we don't deserve this. Your company enticed by the serpents. Every time I fly high, there is turbulence. Got me crashing in the walls of the firmament. Back to reality, and now I'm getting grounded. So profound how inner peace sounded. They said I wasn't really well-rounded. Spoke T.I., they said I needed counseling. Never that, dear God, they ain't getting me. Trying to 51-50 me. I'm done with marriage, there will be no trilogy. Open my Hennessy and deal with this civilly. It's all business and there'll be no more memories. Retrospective. Men change, women change. The Most High stays the same. That's today, tomorrow, infinity and beyond. As I reminisce over you, my God.
Can you hear me now, ladies and gentlemen? All right, I don't know what took place just now, but hey, we good to go. We in the building. All praises, all praises. I see brothers and sisters rolling in. Kate Johnson in the building. Joe Pierre's in the house. Chosen Light. Hester Glacier in the building. Yo, 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 Jerron, what's going on? What's going on? All right, they say I'm loud and clear. All praises, all praises. Hey, man, I want to talk about the modern woman today. I want to ask a very serious question. As I look on social media, I see a lot of women basically repeating some of the same sentiments that a lot of men have. And this whole wave of women pretty much taking the talking points of men and almost reinforcing what a lot of brothers in truth have said, as well as just different content creators who are men who brung out certain talking points. And I want to ask a real question. Are these women actually learning the error of their ways? Are they actually learning? Or is it just a scheme? Are they pandering? What is going on here? We're going to evaluate a few videos today. We're going to evaluate a few videos, and we're going to really think about this one, right? Yo, I see Wise World in the building. Poetry's in the house. Noah's in the house. Kelly's in the building. Kate Johnson. Kate Johnson says, I don't know. Some of them, they seem real convincing. Some of them seem real convincing. And we're going to talk about it because, you know, it's our job as men to assess, use discernment, teach. As content creators, we're supposed to add criticism to how we see what we see going on online. To see, is this a good thing that we're hearing women coming with certain talking points and they're putting certain things out there? And, you know, we can't ignore some of the things that's being brought out. Are they learning from the error of their ways? Are they coming into true perspective at this moment? Well, there's a couple videos I want to go over, and I want everybody entering the stream to do me a solid and hit that like button. All right. Here's one that we could start off with.
I almost broke up with my husband because I thought he was boring. Turns out he was just healthy and sane. You see, when I was dating my husband, I realized how joyful he was, how active he was, how motivated, career, goal-driven, money saver, never wanted any problems. And every time we became misaligned, he would just want to sit down and talk about it calmly, hear each other out, forgive each other if necessary, and just move on and continue growing. And I misinterpreted this as him not fighting for my love. You see, I grew up in a very chaotic type of love, the novela type, where everybody's slamming doors, yelling at each other, you don't talk to each other for days. And so I thought that that was love. I thought that that was passion. And what I want to remind you of is to look back at the type of love that you grew up around and ask yourself if you were just addicted to a chaotic, dramatic type of love, and realize that that's not the type of love that you need now in your relationship, that you need now to grow. God doesn't want that for you. You understand? Look at that for a second and ask yourself, how do you want to love? How do you want to be loved? Because I'll tell you one thing, it's not the novela type of love. How do you want to be loved? Because I'll tell you one thing, it's not the novela type of love.
Y'all got to pardon me because it's a delay on my end, so I have to watch it on the phone here. But nah, ladies and gentlemen, you know, the scriptures say that a wise woman build up her house and a wicked woman plucketh her house down. And I'm going to give that sister a thumbs up because she said that she was about to leave her husband because she was honest. She was about to do it out of boredom. She thought that chaos was love. She thought that a man being emotional, irrational, and illogical, she thought that is love. And there's a lot of women who need to hear that. There's a lot of women that can really take heed to what that woman said, because a lot of us brothers have experienced relationships with women who are like that. Women who, you know, they want to trigger you. They want to get you out of character. They seem to not want a man to be at peace. And that's a bad place to be when you're with a woman and she makes you feel as if when you're at home base trying to get rest, reassurance, and replenish from the world when you feel like this woman just don't want you to be at peace. It may be that this woman grew up in a chaotic environment and all she know is arguments back and forth. All she know is that display of anarchy to prove that somehow you have feelings for her or you love her. So I'm gonna give that one woman a thumbs up. That is something that a lot of ladies need to understand. And the fact that she had a husband that was active, he was goal oriented, ambitious, driven, logical, saving money up, didn't want to go out and spend money all the time. See, there's a lot of ladies right now who have left the man that they was with who is exactly like this. See, a lot of these modern women ain't telling you that they left good men because they thought they were boring. They thought they were boring. And now they went out into these streets and they're finding out there's a lot of women finding out the grass ain't greener on the other side. You're finding out that a man who is going to be successful in life has to be disciplined. A man who is going to be successful in life has to be goal oriented, has to be focused, have to be good with money management. And now a lot of these women then went out into these streets and they found out how toxic the dating pool is. And a lot of brothers can witness this. A lot of brothers know what I'm talking about. A lot of these ladies try to come on back. They trying to come back to the other side, come back with righteous men, and it's just too damn late. You know you done messed up. You done straight up messed up. You had a good man. You were ungrateful. You were unwilling to see. You was in your lower frequency. You was on that lower level. And now look, all you got to show for it is these streets. That's a fact. Now imagine. Now you heard how well spoken that lady was. You heard what she had to say. Now imagine if that woman would have actually left her husband. If that woman would have left her husband, she would have been a totally different person. She'd have been a totally different person. She wouldn't have been seeing the light of day. She wouldn't have understood what it's like to be an actual wife, what it's like to be a woman, what it's like to hold a man down, what it's like to be a man's support system. And she seems a lot happy. She seems happier that she understood where her issue was. She understood what her error was, right? Poetry Painter says only the Most High can correct women at this point. Right, bro? You right. Yeah, she would have been real bitter. Alpha P says she would have been bitter, straight up. Joe Pierre says the only thing she did was increase in body counts. Only thing she would have done was increase in body counts, decrease dramatically in value and self-worth. Exactly. That's exactly what would have took place. If she would have went with her feeble, weak emotion and said, you know what, this dude is boring. This dude is too routine. This dude is too focused. I want to do this, that, and the third. And this guy's not allowing me to do that. And she would have left. She would have found out the hard way just how bad it is out here. She would have found out. So I think messages like that coming from a woman who is married is important. I think that's important. See, that's truly a woman who learned from her ways without making a cardinal mistake of actually stepping out there thinking the grass is greener on the other side. I'm gonna tell you right now, when those ladies leave you fellas because you was doing what you're supposed to do as a man, you was a provider, you was handling your responsibilities, don't let them back in your life. Do not let them back in your lives. And they're going to try to come back. They're going to try to come back once they find out that you were a righteous man. And they already knew you were righteous to begin with. So let me rephrase that. They're going to come out once they realize that they didn't just want you. They needed you. They wanted the streets. They needed you. They wanted the streets, but they needed you. Well, it's too late. Once a woman is gone, let her go. Let her learn the hard way. Let her pull her big girl panties up and figure out what this world is about and what she had. Let her understand that Hey, you made your damn bed, now you got to lay in it. Because one thing about it, listen, I love being a man. You want to know why I love being a man? I'm gonna tell y'all why. The older I get, the more valuable I become. Oh, I love it. The more wise I become, the more financially stable I become, the more intuitive I become, the more skilled I become, the better I am sexually, the older I get because I'm getting more experience. The more experienced I become. Yeah, I love being a man. It's growth. I grow every day, every other month, every year by leaps and bounds. Yeah, of course, our bodies they get older, and we go through different changes. But all in all, as a man, all of the things that women want, which is resources, experience, guidance, leadership, all of the things that women want, I expand in it as I grow older. So the beautiful thing is like these women, they think that they're in a battle of the sexes, right? They believe that this is a battle of the sexes. No, ma'am. This is not a battle of the sexes. If it is, you getting your ass whooped. Straight up. Because you're not even intelligent to recognize what's going on in the world. So if it's a battle of the sexes, you're losing. You should be trying to get yourself a man. Be somebody's concubine. You want to be something in life? Be somebody's wife or concubine. Get some purpose. Raise some children. Newbury, that's cruel. That's harsh. No, that's the truth. It's just the truth. See, I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. I'm just keeping it real, right? But let's see. We got more videos to react to. But that lady, I like her. I like what she had to say for the simple fact that she's married. See, when a woman is married, as a man, I can respect her. If she's speaking and she's saying something, I can respect it because I respect the fact she has a lead. I respect the fact that she respects her husband enough to try to help other women, not to make the mistake that she almost made. I respect that one. That was good. Levi, thank you for the 10. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for supporting the work. Let's continue here. Let me see what else we got here. Let's check this one out here.
I'm starting to feel like the man is really the prize. I don't know why.
Hey, girl, now.
I'm starting to feel like men are really the prize because literally as a woman, we have to wait on the man for everything. We have to wait on the man. We have to wait on the man. We can date whoever we want, but we can't marry who we want.
One of them says,
Stepping into the marriage, you have to wait for the man to ask you to marry him. You have to wait for the man to ask you to be his girlfriend. You have to wait for the man to ask you out on a date. All these kind of things we're waiting on a man to do. Like literally.
How about you have multiple? So you're not waiting on nobody.
I never did because most women they're dating a lot of guys. Yeah, but they have that one guy that they want who don't want them. They're dating all these other guys on the side because they're trying to distract themselves. But realistically speaking, they want that one guy who was taking forever to claim them.
That's not how it is.
Yes, I've always felt women were the prize.
You should know that you are the prize.
I've always felt that way. Don't get it twisted. But if you think about it, I'm just trying to be more realistic, be more open-minded in my thinking. That's the reason why I'm saying that. If you're gonna ask the man to marry you, by all means do so. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like waiting for a man to like ask us to be like exclusive. That's what I'm talking about. To like ask us to be like exclusive. That's what I'm talking about. To like ask us to be like.
Get over here! Y'all, come here for a minute. Let me talk to y'all. She's beginning to think that men are the prize. First of all, I want to know how long it took you to figure that shit out. Like, no disrespect to the sister, but it's like How long do it be taking y'all women? Like, at what age do you understand natural order? That's what I'm trying to understand at this point. At what age do you be like, yo, you know what? Let me stop playing around, running around with these Tatianas in the streets, trying to be accepted by the homegirls and running around having hot girl summers and trying to figure it out. At what point do you be like, you know what? My place as a woman should be with a man and I should be serving him. At what point, at what age do you figure that out? So it's almost like, damn, how old do you got to be to figure out that a man is the prize? He's your resource. He's your lead. He's your protector. He's literally your protector. If somebody is trying to break into the house, that man is going to go up in a blaze for you. That means he's the prize. Like, that's elementary to me. It's an elementary conversation to me. But she's right, and she was cooking, so I'm gonna let her cook. But notice all of the little scallywags that was around her with all this pushback, because it's like they're still in denial, which means that woman shouldn't even be in the company of those ladies, because she could say all those things. And this was what happens when a woman began to wake up and she began to see the light of day. Since women are always rolling in packs, always in hives, they don't like being alone. They don't like gaining the discernment needed. These type of women, they get beaten to submission by other women. And that's what I can see happening to a sister like that. They get beaten to submission by the other women. Why? Because you constantly around your homegirls. They're going to make you, eventually, they're going to make you feel like what you said was stupid. Eventually, they're going to make you feel like that was a dumb comment and that, you should continue in this world doing what you do. And then the vicious cycle continues. So it's like, ladies, when you begin to go through these epiphanies in life, when you begin to wake up and know that, you know what, maybe I've been making mistakes out here. Maybe I've been on the wrong side of this thing. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of history with all this feminism, matriarchal nonsense. Maybe you should find it in your best interest to get away from all of them Tatianas and, those 304s and those women who don't want to submit, don't want to be humble. Maybe you should find an opportunity to veer away from them. Don't even tell them, because you see their lifestyle. Don't even tell them what you see. None of that. I know it's a podcast, it's a show, but let me tell you, those women hang with those kind of women who the light bulbs beginning to go off in their head. Like, you know what? This is dumb. We running around here every weekend, ass cheeks out, going from this place to that place. We running around here, going out of town, doing all this madness, and we still ain't found no fulfillment, no happiness. We haven't got the lifestyle that we wanted. None of that. At what point do you ladies be like, let me just get away from everybody? Yep, make no mistake about it. Evil communication corrupt good manner. How could you become a righteous woman, a virtuous woman on the right page, on the right track, if every woman around you is a thought pocket? Yep, and it's like the blind leading the freaking blind, right? Because everything she said was right in line, but them ladies, you hear how they was cutting her off? They like, no, we ain't gonna let you let the cat out the bag like that. Nope, they wasn't having it. 1 Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. See, you ladies who are allegedly waking up, you're making these videos, you're making different content. There's a few of these ladies out here who they saying some good stuff. I'm not going to take that from them. You got to understand, you got a long way to go, because you got to be willing to support. You got to be willing to submit to a man. Submit. Acts of the Apostle podcast. Thank you for the $10 contribution. Says, man, I hate being late. God bless you, fam. No problem, bro. No problem. You know they don't send notifications out on these videos, especially with topics like this, because the only people they want teaching on topics like this is reprobates, effeminate males, soothsayers, ear ticklers, um, uh, pretty much sodomites. They want people like Prince Stella to be, teaching the people. That's what they want. They want Prince Sellers calling herself a queen maker while dressed like a bulldagging um, reprobate, um, a pimp, if you will. And this is why I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you, it's so messed up out here. It's so messed up out here. A lot of y'all ladies, because y'all won't humble yourselves, y'all gonna be y'all like having your ears tickled that bad that they can put something obvious in front of you that ain't right. And because you don't want to submit, you don't want to be under the rulership of a man, y'all gonna be turning. I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. These ladies out here getting turned out left and right. I done a whole stream on it on my other channel. Like, it's really going down like that because it's silly women being led astray on social media, and it's like ridiculous. This depopulation agenda is full blown, full fledged. They just sent the NPCs at y'all. They want the men run around all confused. Listen, the highest, one of the biggest social media followers or content creators happen to be AI on Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram, a black woman AI that look real good and look real is fake. And artificial intelligence got over 75,000 followers. So you got men following AI, beating the drum to artificial intelligence, and you got women listening to other women with fitted caps on, telling you about how men ain't ish and how men incapable of love and how men ain't that, this, that, and the third. That's crazy. And that's what these platforms like to push. They don't like real men teaching the truth. So you're not going to see like these videos be extra popular on my channel, even though I'm making the most sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm making the most sense, but it doesn't matter. This world ain't supposed to make sense. It ain't supposed to make sense. Yeah, it's crazy out here. Somebody said, yeah, they teaching transhumanism out here. It's crazy, y'all. And listen, yeah, she making a queen, man. How you gonna make? Think about this. She called herself the queen maker. In order for you to be a queen, you got to have a king. A king has to grant you a crown. A king has to crown you to make you a queen. But you got a woman calling herself the queen maker. Y'all don't see what's going on right here. Y'all don't see how weird that is. Listen to what I just said. A king is supposed to crown a woman as a queen. You got a woman running around with a fitted cap on, masculine as all hell, saying that she's the queen maker. And this is what y'all ladies watching. Where are we headed? What are we doing here? Are y'all learning anything? Or y'all just really out here turning? If that's the case, ladies, let me know what's going on here, ladies. But it is what it is. Let's see. We got another sister up here. Let me see. Let's see what she has to say. This woman right here is being honest about women in marriage. Peep this.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars.
I mean, I heard nothing but truth. Right there, I heard nothing but truth. And this is the elephant in the room. And this is why when brothers talk about having concubines, y'all ladies should not have no problem with that. It's simply thank you for the $5 contribution, says in SEA's new view, she unclothed dancing on a bot. I believe it. See, they really want to separate man and woman. And a lot of ladies out there are going to learn the hard way. A lot of brothers are going to learn. Well, a lot of brothers, see, this is what you got to understand. Let me put this out. Here's the silver lining. Here's the silver lining. Men and women are different. I done said this time and time again. And this is scriptural. You know, there's scriptures to back up what I'm about to say. The head of every woman should be a man. The head of the man should be the Messiah. The head of the Messiah is the Most High. So men don't need to be in traditional relationships to find happiness and find peace. But these women out here who got all this liberty, they're learning too late. My thing is, ladies, it's time to catch on to what's going on. Like, you're learning too late. If these women are really learning from their mistakes, you're taking too damn long. Listen, your time gonna be up. You're gonna be aged. You're not gonna be wife material anymore. It just is what it is. And I don't gain nothing from saying this. I don't gain nothing from saying this because when I tell you that my circumstances good, I'm not saying that just to be saying it. I'm saying it because I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to have discussions like this with y'all. I don't. It's bad for my numbers. People unsubscribe. I don't want to do this. If I just want to focus on business. I want to make the content that's going to get me the views and the likes. But the Lord won't let me do that. For some reason, I got to come through and piss y'all off. Because it's like something jarring at my spirit, like, Bree, you got to let these women know. You got to tell them the error of their ways. You got to. Whether they like it, love it or not, it is what it is. I got to do it. And it's like, I don't want to because I really don't care. Really, deep down, a part of me does not care what y'all do. Because y'all going to do what y'all want to do regardless. But the Most High always like, nah, man, you gotta speak the word. You gotta let them know, because if I'm showing you certain things and you don't say nothing, the blood on your hands. The blood on your hands. So here you have it. Let me see here. Proverbs 31:30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Beauty is vain. Favor is deceitful, but a woman that prays the Most High, she should be praised. A woman who is being real, she's playing her role as a woman of Yah. And I'm not talking about these ladies out here just playing religious games. And really, they hypocrites doing whatever out here. Not talking about those ladies. Talking about these women out here who really about serving their husband, raising their children, tending to a household. Those type of women, they'll be praised. Ringo TV Reactions, salute, fam. Ringo Reaction says, I disagree with the person who said only God could correct these women. We as men are the only ones who could correct these wicked women. Most High not doing anything. Right, that you're right. Putting that into perspective, he's right. And and that's true. That's definitely true. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Now from a standpoint of a brother who's frustrated, and that's probably where the brother was coming from. A brother who frustrated, like, just threw in the towel, like, you know what? Oh man, only God can correct him. I ain't dealing with him. I understand how a brother can feel that way sometimes too. That's probably what stops me from even addressing topics like this sometimes. Because I be like, I understand where the brother was coming from, because at times it can get so frustrating. You like, yo, man, only God can fix these women. I ain't got nothing to say. Especially when you expose to certain things and you seeing the true nature of a lot of these ladies, it make you feel that. But that is an error. He's right. And that's probably what keeps pushing me to do this, because somebody got to correct him. And then when you look at a lot of these ladies who are making content with some of the same talking points of brothers in the truth, or brothers who are just content creators in the manosphere, red pill content, or so forth, when you listen to them, a lot of them are saying things that men say. So we always going to be the root. If we don't say anything, we're doing our people a major disservice. If we don't correct these women and say anything, listen, there's been a snowball effect that took place, because some of the same things that I say, I get a lot of pushback back in the day from saying the same things that some of these women say. When I said men are the prize, and other brothers were saying men are the prize. Do you see all the things we went through when we were saying that? Who are these guys talking about men are the prize? These dudes, who do they think they are? That was all over the place. Now a woman says it and y'all like, yo, she just cooking. Yo, the women don't say nothing about it, except for the scavengers and the bottom feeders that she was hanging around. But the point is, those conversations should be out there. And it's because men were correcting women, speaking the truth. Yep. Somebody says, so then how aren't women? Oh, he's asking a question to Ringo. All right, complying with men yet. So how aren't women complying with men yet? Well, let me read. He says, so why aren't women complying to men yet? Because as men, I'm gonna answer that question. I don't know if Ringo got to answer it, but I'm gonna answer that question. The reason why women aren't complying is because men are at fault in some way. Listen, as men, we got to take responsibility as well. A woman can only really let her get away with. A woman can only get away with what you let her get away with. If a woman ain't listening, let her go. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we put ourselves in situations with women who we know aren't going to comply at the beginning. So it's all about choosing the right woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. But I want y'all to hear this again, what the sister had to say. I want you to look at the backlash she caught from all her constituents and peers on this.
I'm starting to feel like the man is really the prize. I don't know why.
Ew, girl, no.
Yes. I'm starting to feel like men are really the prize because literally as a woman, we have to wait on the man for everything. We have to wait on the man. We have to wait on the man. We can date whoever we want, but we can't marry who we want.
One of them says,
stepping into the marriage, you have to wait for the man to ask you to marry him. You have to wait for the man to ask you to be his girlfriend. You have to wait for the man to ask you out on a date. All these kind of things we're waiting on a man to do. Like literally.
How about you have multiple? So you're not waiting on nobody.
I never did, because most women here, they're dating a lot of guys. Yeah, but they have that one guy that they want who don't want them. They're dating all these other guys on the side because they're trying to distract themselves. But realistically speaking, they want that one guy who was taking forever to claim them.
That's not how it is.
Yes, I've always felt women were the prize.
You should know that you are the prize.
I've always felt that way. Don't get it twisted. But if you think about it, I'm just trying to be more realistic, be more open-minded in my thinking. That's the reason why I'm saying that. If you're gonna ask the man to marry you, by all means do so. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like waiting for a man to like ask us to be like exclusive.
Yo, something she said in there was key too. She said we can date who we want, but we can't marry who we want, and that's true. Like what the sister was saying, we can date who we want, but you cannot marry who you want. Meaning that you can get ran through, ransacked, pillaged, and destroyed, mentally, spiritually, and physically. You can participate in a dating culture, but you're not getting wifed up. So clearly the man must be the prize. Clearly. And Ringo made a very good point in the chat as well. I want to point this out. And y'all subscribe to Ringo TV Reactions. The brother said, once a righteous man corrects a woman, once you know you done laid the foundation down, laid the groundwork down, and told them what it is, and they choose to do whatever they want to do, then that's when the Most High judges them. There's a lot of women who just lost good men because they wanted to be in these streets. They fell off. I'm talking about everything. They hit the wall mentally, spiritually, physically. You know, they're unhappy. They're living miserable lives, to be quite frank with you. They're living miserable lives. And a lot of their homegirls, a lot of their peers, they like misery. Misery loves company, you know? All the women that was in that room, except for the sister, the light bulb is going off in her head. There's a light bulb going off. Like, hold on now. Common sense is starting to kick in. All the women in the room were miserable. And they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear no truth. That's why they were just pushing back before she can even say what she was saying. Straight up. So, all right. So, Courtney says, I don't want any soul ties to the wrong people. Absolutely. That's what's up. And and that's crazy because the lady in the video sat up there and said, well, just have multiple men. You think, look, listen, they've been doing that. If y'all heard the argument, woman was like, you don't gotta wait on nobody. Have multiple men. Lady, you're not designed to have multiple men. That makes you an adulteress. A whore is what the Bible calls you. If you're a woman with multiple men, let me put this out here. Let me just say this loud and clear. If you're a woman with multiple men, you're a whore. Get over here. If you are sexually active with multiple men, you're a whore, ma'am. Get over here. All you Christians, all you religious folks, because I know it's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. And y'all participate in this dating culture. You're a woman with more than one man. You are what you are. The Bible calls you a whore. You can change, but it's going to take you to submit. It's going to take you to have some humility. It's going to take repentance. It's going to take a whole detox period that you got to go through. There's going to be a lot of changes you're going to have to make. Seriously. I want to play that one more time because there was so many layers to what she said there. Are they beginning to learn that they done messed up? That's the question. Are they is the brand out there? See, when I hear women wake up like this and start saying these type of talking points, I know that the work that real men like Ringo TV and others have done, myself and others have done, I know it's not in vain because those talking points in the atmosphere and women are waking up. It's just scattered. It's just kind of here and there. But the problem is they're around a lot of other ladies who are toxic and they're not trying to allow you to get out of that life. At least that's what I'm seeing, right?
I'm starting to feel like the man is really the prize. I don't know why.
Hey, girl, now.
Yes. I'm starting to feel like men are really the prize because literally as a woman, we have to wait on the man for everything. We have to wait on the man. We have to wait on the man. We can date whoever we want, but we can't marry who we want.
One of them says,
stepping into the marriage, you have to wait for the man to ask you to marry him. You have to wait for the man to ask you to be his girlfriend. You have to wait for the man to ask you out on a date. All these kind of things we're waiting on a man to do. Like literally.
How about you have multiple? So you're not waiting on nobody.
I never did because most women here, they're dating a lot of guys. Yeah, but they have that one guy that they want who don't want them. They're dating all these other guys on the side because they're trying to distract themselves. But realistically speaking, they want that one guy who was taking forever to claim them.
That's not how it is.
Yes, I've always felt women were the prize.
You should know that you are the prize.
I've always felt that way. Don't get it twisted. But if you think about it, I'm just trying to be more realistic, be more open-minded in my thinking. That's the reason why I'm saying that. If you're gonna ask the man to marry you, by all means do so. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like waiting for a man to like ask us to be like exclusive. That's what I'm talking about. Like waiting for a man to like ask us to be like exclusive. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, brothers, if ladies act, because this is a new trend, if a lady asks you to marry her, tell her ass no. Straight like that. Tell her no. Don't you sign no marriage license. I done seen a couple videos where brothers was at dinner and getting surprised. The homeboy set them up. The homegirl, I mean the woman coming in and getting her hand and knee and ask, can you marry me? Listen, brothers, you better not do that. Y'all thinking that's a sign of humility. Y'all thinking that's a sign that women they've learned to err their ways and they're coming back to the man. Y'all, don't you fall for that. Don't let these women stroke your ego like that. Don't you let them do it. You're going to be paying child support, alimony, everything. Because she put on some fake femininity for a while and got on hand and knee and proposed to you. You got to be a damn fool you sign on a marriage license in this day and age when you know what's going on in the world. Don't you do it. I'm telling you. Because that's another thing. Out here in Atlanta, they got like free marriage now. You know, you have to pay for the certificate and all that. Nah, they're making it free for a reason. They're trying to keep you brothers in bondage. They're trying to keep you men in bondage. Marriage is sex. All right? Yeah, if the woman get on hand and knee and ask, we've been talking for a while and I just wanted to know, if you would marry me. I'm telling you this right now, I wouldn't even have no words. I would straight turn my back, walk away, and leave. I would have no words for her. I would literally leave. She would be sitting there with the blank face, bro. She would be sitting there with the blank face. Seriously. That's crazy. That's what's going on. Because let me tell you, what it's going to lead up to if you say, yeah, this is what it's going to lead up to.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars.
All they want is status, man. And see, although that woman was bringing out some truth, still the question is, what's the end goal? Do you want true family? You want to be there through sickness and health? Do you want to be there for the long term? Or you're concerned with gaining that status of marriage? That's the question. Do you want just status, or you serious about it? Because not too many women really want to be on it for the long haul, man. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. The scriptures go on to tell us, and this is for the righteous women. Titus 2:3 says, the aged women, likewise, that they shall be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving them much wine, but teachers of good things. See, the aged woman should be in good behavior, becoming holiness, not giving them the wine, not being drunkards. The aged women should also be teaching the younger women. The aged women should be teaching the younger women. And we speaking about aged women who have husbands, who've been in relationships, who understand what it's like to be in it for the long haul, through sickness and health, death do us part. These are the type of women I would like to see speaking on it, not women who are confused. And it's crazy how only in America, women who are 304s, OnlyFans models, thoughts, so-called IG models, only in America these women have a voice, or women who are just confused trying to figure it out. It's amazing how in this society they're given platforms, and we got to sit up here and hear their nonsense and rhetoric, and they don't have no type of success. I would listen to a woman who's been a man's concubine for 20 years and been faithful. I would rather hear something from her. Even if they just be seeing each other once a week, and they do what they do, and she just been dealing with him and been a businesswoman. I would rather listen to her than a woman that's still for the streets trying to figure it out. No disrespect to the sister who said what she said. I'm just saying we have to establish some type of some order here, because it's like any woman who say something that a man has already said, all y'all fellas be thirsting. All y'all fellas be like, oh man, yo, she a good one, bro. She coming around. She understanding. She don't know shit. Until she's been, listen, until a man has poured into her for a number of years, I would say at least 5 to 10 years, where a man, where she has been under the tutelage and leadership and guidance of a man. I would say if she ain't been under the tutelage of a man for at least 5-6 years, 5 to 10 years, she don't know shit, man. It's like you brothers be forgetting, you know, y'all be forgetting, y'all be caught up in the beauty in this vein. That's just my perspective, man. I have a very difficult time just listening to any woman who want to preach, any woman who want to teach other women. You have to have certain qualifications for me to be like, respect. If you don't have those qualifications, I ain't trying to hear you. You're not apt to teach no woman nothing. You're not even, what man been ruling you, woman? Because a real man only respects that. I only can respect that. I only can respect a woman who is loyal to another man, as far as a teacher go. I'm just telling you, I just can't. I can't respect these women who don't have nothing to show for what they talking about, bro. I just can't. Somebody said, I seen a teenage daughter dressed like their moms with their stomach hanging out with no shame. Hey, man, it be like that. The age women these days not teaching like they should be. Real talk. That's real talk. Yeah, it's like, where's your covering? Like, what are we doing here? Yep, somebody said, let me see here. Minneapolis Hoop says they are easy prey and extremely detrimental to the population. Right. Somebody said facts. Facts. I be caught up in the beauty when I have to tell myself it ain't worth it. Right. I mean, if the juice ain't worth the squeeze, man, you got to get them out of there, man. Juice ain't worth the squeeze. Like, your woman has to be contributing. This for you brothers. Quick message for you brothers. Yes, me personally, I like to have concubines. It fits my lifestyle, but even a concubine is supposed to be loyal to you. You're not supposed to be trying to deal with no woman that's part of the streets. So sometimes when brothers get concubine, it triggers something else in them. A concubine just a part-time wife, man. A concubine still gonna be cooking you plates. Hey, hit you a, hey baby, I made some food. Come pick this plate up. Concubine still gonna be doing that. A concubine still gonna be loyal. A concubine, she's still gonna ask you if it's something she can help you with. Do you need help with something? You know what I'm saying? It's just that y'all not dealing with things traditionally. That's it. So, you know what I mean? Like, people be hearing that word and even women be getting offended about it. Some of y'all ladies need to be a concubine for a few years so y'all can be humble. Y'all need a man to come in your life and humble you for a while, for a time period. And you gotta have to earn your status as a wife. You have to work your way into his life, because that's a show of true repentance. Even if you desire to be that man's wife, but you didn't had children out of wedlock, you didn't lived a certain way, you have a past, you ain't no damn virgin. Maybe you need to be a man's concubine for a year or so, 2-3 years, and earn your position in his life as a way of humbling you, a way of making you a woman of Yah. Even if you want that to be that wife, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna play my position, because I'm grateful that a man of Yah, I'm grateful that a man of substance, truth, a man that's doing something in life, will even choose me because I know I ain't perfect. I know I done so much in my life that ain't right. I know I done made mistakes. I know. See, y'all women ain't thinking like that. Y'all think y'all supposed to be, oh, you know, we messed up. Hey, black man, I love you, black man. Y'all see them down? I love you, black man. There's a video with Taraji P. Henson, and it has Taraji P. Henson on one side, and it has Megan Thee Stallion on the other. And Megan Thee Stallion, we don't need you ninjas, yada 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 yada, and it says pre-wall. And then it has Taraji P. Henson right after. She like, we love you, black man. We want y'all. We need y'all back. We want y'all to come on back to us. And you know, Taraji P. Henson, she's been aging. You know, no disrespect to the sister, but you know, she's past her prime. And you know, that's how it is. Y'all ladies think all y'all gotta do is use some smooth words. No, listen. If you really need us, whatever I say you need to do, you need to do it. You're not in no position to bargain. If you want us back, if you want us men to lead and be back, you want to be back in our circumference, oh, you got some humbling to do. You better come to the table ready. I might have you washing my car. You might have to wash my car, woman. Come clean my house. Do something. Y'all, Breeze rude. I don't. Hey, listen. I feel how I feel. I speak my mind. I'm telling you. If you want me back, hey, listen. If you don't reach the certain status, oh, you're gonna have to be humble. It won't even be no. Listen, you're gonna do a lot to get back in my graces. I'm just telling you. Real talk. Yemi says daughters of the Most High aren't concubines. Let me go to a scripture real quick. Daughters of the Most High aren't concubines. Let me see. Samuel 2:5. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem after he was done from Hebron, and they were yet sons and daughters born into David. Now we talking about King of the faith, David, whom the Almighty chose to be the progenitor of our people. Are we talking about that David? Did David take concubines and bore children unto him? Some of you people in the chat who are living and breathing, you come through a concubine. So spare me that nonsense. I don't want to hear none of that. Don't be careful what you say on my chat, because I'll block your ass in a heartbeat. It's real talk. Don't play with me. Don't push against my authority in this room, because I will block you. Seriously. But yeah, man, I'm telling you. You want to be somebody, be a concubine. And I was just talking about that, how we got to stop. We got to get that negative misnomer off the word concubine. We got to stop that. Cut that out. If it's scriptural, it's scriptural. Let it go. It's a lot worse things you can be in life than a man's concubine. You could be for the streets. You hear what I'm saying? It's a lot. Instead of being a concubine or a wife, you could be for these streets. You could be, casually getting ramsacked by different men. That's worse than a concubine. But guess what? You don't hear too many people talking about that. You don't hear too many people pushing back against these religious women who really just out here casually dating. You don't hear that, do you? Somebody said, let me see. Thanks for the support, Big Toby. I appreciate it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not going to block the sister, but I will, though. I won't hesitate. So don't let that happen no more. Y'all damn sure be on games, boy. A lot of these religious women, they be the main ones, bro. I tell you. Let me see. Nessa says, I agree to disagree. What do you disagree with? You agree to disagree with what? See, this is the thing. I know a lot of women are opinionated, but I need you to understand that's just what it is. It's your opinion. What's being spoken is just truth. It's facts. It's facts. Yeah, truth ain't popular. But, you know, one day they're going to learn. The question is, though, are they learning? By show of ones. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do, fellas. All the fellas in the chat, by show of ones, how many of you brothers believe that modern women are beginning to learn the error of their ways and they're coming around? By show of twos, how many of you brothers believe is no hope and that, you know, no matter how much brothers try to engage, teach, lead, guide, they're just doomed? I want to see the mentality of a lot of you brothers, right? Damn. Okay. See, man. Damn, it's a lot more twos. Okay, I see some ones that's good, but there's a lot more twos than ones, bro. It's a lot more twos than ones. Damn, that's not good, bro. That's not good at all. Okay, we got a few ones, but damn. A lot of the twos, the brothers are putting more than one, like they feel a strong two. It ain't just like, yeah, bro, it's hopeless, bro. It ain't like, man, it's hopeless. Brothers, it's like, nah, they done. Damn. Yo, Rigo sent the $2 contribution, bro. I appreciate it, bro. Yo, I appreciate the support. Dang, bro. That's why brothers is on some, hey, recreation, man. It's recreation, brothers. Recreation. Because that's what they clearly, because listen, if you listen to the talking points that's being made, you listen to the points that I'm bringing forth, if you hear what I'm saying, you would think it would be no more pushback. You would think ladies be like, you know what? The men of truth been speaking truth. We got to get right. We got to get on the right side of this thing. You would think it would be no pushback. But then when you look into the chat and you see religious people who's supposed to be in the Bible's truth, and when you see these things happening, it's like, it make you like, yo, they really choose the world. If you against polygyny in this day and age, you choose the world. You choose the deaf culture. Because monogamy, let me put this out here right now. Monogamy is not only an illusion, but monogamy also is a depopulation agenda. It was brought to you by the Western world to keep us from populating. So you're anti-life. You literally choose the deaf culture over Bible truth. Imagine this. You choose deaf culture over Bible truth. That's insane. But you claim to be in the truth. While shaming women who are trying to humble themselves. The women of the world can't humble themselves before the Most High. You seen how that lady got all that pushback. She can't humble herself before the world, and women in truth can't even humble themselves amongst supposed women in truth. Pride, y'all so prideful, bro. Yo, the pride of a lot of our women it's crazy to me, bro. You know what they say about pride, though. Pride cometh before the fall. It really does. It really does. That's why the scriptures say that the modern woman would stand as a widow, saying, I can do no wrong. That's what y'all doing. Y'all got that Babylonian wine flowing through you. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem, and he was come from Hebron, and there yet sons and daughters were born to him. Listen, so sons and daughters can come out of concubines too. So just because a man have concubines don't mean that life ain't going to be produced through these concubines. Sons and daughters come. In some instances, some of these women who had babies out of wedlock, some of you brothers are getting with these women and you're taking them as concubines. You may keep them as concubines. And because you're a righteous man, even though I don't really recommend this, but it is what it is. I can't tell brothers what to do. If it's a woman who, for instance, I know brothers who got with sisters whose husband died, like in accidents, and they stepped up, and this woman was an actual widow, and they took that woman as a concubine or whatever the case may be. And guess what? That man is a positive influence on those children. Even though if he's not there all the time, every day, guess what? When he's around, he's in company of those children, he's still a head nonetheless. That means those children still have a head. They have a guidance. So when it says, like what I'm telling you is, a lot of ladies got to humble themselves. There's some women out there that got babies out of wedlock and think they automatically belong to be somebody's wife. How the hell you got a baby by another man and you think you just deserve to be another man's wife? Who told you that? Your husband, your man still running around. Y'all might have been unequally yoked or whatever the case is. But what makes you think? Where's this entitlement coming from? That's what I want to know. Why y'all so damn entitled? But the point I'm making is this. I kind of like deviated from the point. The point I'm making is this. If y'all truly are humbling yourselves, then y'all will be somebody's concubine or somebody's wife. Y'all would get out of these streets, away from these women that you hanging with all the time, and you would stop allowing them to peer pressure you. You would stop allowing them to pretty much govern your life, because a lot of y'all ladies lead is your friends. You hear me? Get over here. A lot of y'all women are being led by homegirls. A lot of y'all ladies are being led by other women. A lot of y'all are feminists, closet feminists, who are sticking together with the world on the low. A lot of y'all ladies are being ran by, and you're being ran by women who a lot of times don't have success in relationships. That's crazy. Don't you see that something's broke here? We have a real conundrum. Because sisters like this one right here that was talking, she's probably still going to continue to hang with these type of women. Look at this.
I'm starting to feel like the man is really the prize. I don't know why.
Hey, girl, now.
Yes. I'm starting to feel like men are really the prize because literally as a woman, we have to wait on the man for everything. We have to wait on the man. We have to wait on the man. We can date whoever we want, but we can't marry who we want.
One of them says,
stepping into the marriage, you have to wait for the man to ask you to marry him. He has to wait for the man to ask you to be his girlfriend. He has to wait for the man to ask you out on a date. All these kind of things we're waiting on a man to do. Like, literally.
How about you have
think about
multiple?
it.
So you're not waiting on
I
nobody.
never did. Because most women, they're dating a lot of guys. Yeah, but they have that one guy that they want who don't want them. They're dating all these other guys on the side because they're trying to distract themselves. But realistically speaking, they want that one guy who was taking forever to claim them.
That's not how it is.
Yes, I've always felt women were the prize.
You should know that you are the prize.
I've always felt that way. Don't get it twisted. But if you think about it, I'm just trying to be more realistic, be more open-minded in my thinking. That's the reason why I'm saying that. If you're gonna ask the man to marry you, by all means do so. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like waiting for a man to like ask us to be like exclusive. That's what I'm talking about. More realistic, be more open-minded in my thinking. That's the reason why I'm saying that. If you're gonna ask the man to marry you, by all means do so. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like waiting for a man to like ask us to be like exclusive.
She trying to be more open-minded. She trying to be more open-minded around the wrong type of women, man. Y'all look at this, y'all. Look. Let me show you the shadow banning weird stuff that this platform be doing. Look at this. Y'all see this? Yeah, y'all see that? 816 people watching. Are y'all telling me that I really only have 37 likes? Y'all see that? You see this weird stuff they do on this platform? Why I got another channel? You can't tell me that only 7 people like this video, and we got 800 plus people in here. That's an impossibility. That the video wouldn't. That I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. Somebody said I see 677. Well, look what shows on mine. Look. I'm talking about that virtual harassment be something, bro. They be doing all kind of weird stuff. Just like it's a big delay. That's why I have to watch it on the phone. On the computer and the phone, it's a big delay. But I'm getting another service provider tomorrow. Yeah. They're coming tomorrow morning. Monday morning, I'm getting a new provider. And we're gonna swap out this box. And it is what it is. But anyway, brothers and sisters, it is what it is. This is the show. Hey, y'all feel how y'all want to feel about it until, ladies start showing and approving. Hey, it's just all talk. A lot of them are just talking. A lot of them are pandering, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a blessed one. Y'all be safe out here. Y'all have a great one. With that being said, shalom and peace.